Hello, I'm Matt Guff from thehouse.com, and this is a 2019 Lib Tech Phoenix Dagmar Snowboard. It's a quiver of one deck designed by Jamie Lynn. It's an all-mountain freestyle board for basically intermediate to advanced level riders that want one board that kind of does it all, from hitting jumps in the park to ripping groomers to diving into deep snow and then cutting through the trees. The Dagmar is that kind of resort, kind of really friendly, do-it-all board. If you're taking a big trip somewhere that's not really POW specific or park specific, take this thing and you're gonna have a good time. It's a directional twin style board. The stance is set back like 1 inch, but basically the board's gonna feel like a twin board for the most part. The nose is just a little bit longer, and it features the most dominant profile shape within the Lib Tech line, called C2. C2 is a hybrid shape. There's rocker in between the feet that give the board a nice loose style feel, and then camber underneath each foot to the contact points that give the board a little bit more precise style control. This is an easy and effortless style board to ride basically everywhere. It does everything really, really good, and it's a hard thing for manufacturers and designers to do that, and Lib Tech does that with a lot of their boards, and this is one of them that does that really well. The feel and flex rating of the Dagmar is actually going to be about a 5, not too stiff and not too soft, and you're probably not really too surprised to know that there's really not much different between this and the cold brew. The cold brew actually has a 3D top sheet. The stance is set back actually a little bit more. That's about it. But the graphic is one thing that really stands out with this thing. This is all the art's been done by Jamie Lynn, of course, himself. But besides that, it's built strong. Of course, they're built in the U.S. There's no hazardous materials used in the manufacturing process. Absolutely zero, and it has the original power construction. It's a combination of 3 different woods and 2 different styles of fiberglass. There's a birch style internal sidewall that runs pretty much the whole contact length of the board. The rest of the board is basically just all aspen style wood, and then there's strips of a Apollonia wood that start at the contact points and run parallel with the edge all the way to the other contact point in between the rail and the insert packs on both sides. So it kind of gives it a little bit more torsional, stiff style appeal without making it too soft or too stiff. And then of course there's the fiberglass. There's Triax fiberglass that you'll find on top that give the board a little bit more of a lively style feel. Biax fiberglass on the bottom that gives it more of a consistent and smooth style feel. And one thing that Lib did to actually bring the price point of the Phoenix Dagmar down just a little bit is they put the TNT base on it. A lot of people out there think that the TNT is extruded. A lot of people think that it's centered. Lib Tech says it's right down the middle, and I agree with Lib because it's definitely faster than an extruded base. It's a little bit slower than a sintered base, but you can still wax it and it's easy to maintain. It's a good combination kind of both properties without having to sacrifice on one end of the spectrum too much. And then lastly is that 360, actually they don't have 360 wrap steel edges. The edges actually stop past the contact points. But there is a standard steel style edge that has Magna Traction. Now Magna Traction is a serrated knife-like blade edges that help you to grip on firmer snow. The serrations are a little bit smaller on the nose and the tail, and they gradually get larger and more prominent as you get to the center of the board. The small serrations allow you to kind of roll into turns without being too aggressive, and the center serrations actually allow you to grip really well when you're in the minimum or the transition zone between the maximum and minimum points of velocity in your turn. It's a great combination of both that are set on a pretty awesome side cut radius of about 8 meters or so. It's actually not too big. But overall though, if you're looking for one deck that kind of does it all, this is going to be one. And it comes with an awesome platform, of course. This graphic is rad and it has a C2 profile shape. You can check it out, of course, at thehouse.com by selecting the link below in the description. Leave a comment or question. Let us know what you think of this thing. This is actually a really fun deck to ride. It really is, and like looking down and seeing the rad graphic and the cool double point nose. I feel pretty badass on it. Hopefully see you guys on snow. Hopefully riding this thing. Peace.